Majors Gary and Joy Bergen. We've been in town about a week now. We just moved here from Chattanooga. Didn't really find anything that we weren't expecting, because we had the privilege of coming up here a couple weeks before for a visit to meet with the outgoing officers and try to get a little feel for things. But we realized that we've got a lot of work to do.
Well, our first goal here, we felt, was to get the shelter back open as soon as possible. The previous officers, the Pearsons, had done a great job in working toward that, and we didn't want to postpone it. So we were just about ready. We just had a few furniture items that really weren't of necessity, and we had to decide, really, do we want to wait and get the word out to the community more strategically, or do we want to rush and get it opened? And we decided that really the important thing was to get it opened as soon as possible. And so with the help of everybody, I think the word's getting out.
Well, we just love for those who were used to stepping up and helping, either through volunteer services or donation of in-kind gifts for our shelter program itself. Anything they can do to help us in our family store, to help us to raise the funds, to pay our operating expenses. There's all kind of ways that folks can help us out. We need good volunteers, and we've got to get that volunteer base back again to where it was, and get all the training and things that need to be done along that line. But we're expecting good things again.
And are there any specific items that the community can donate to you that would make your life a little bit easier?
Well, I would say we're always in need of new linens in the shelter, towels and sheets. We have homemade quilts that we put on the bed, so if anybody's into making homemade quilts, we'd love to take one or two of those off your hands. Just makes it feel a little more homey here. And this is their home away from home while they're staying here. We try to do everything we can to make it a real home for the people that are staying here. There are always canned goods, dry goods that we can use. During harvest time, we love to get the harvest of people's gardens. So, because produce is a hard thing and expensive thing to hold in the shelter and to use in the amount of time before it goes bad. So, if anybody has a garden and doesn't know what to do with those extra things, those extra vegetables and fruits, we'd love to have those as well.
Donations can be brought by either the family store or the shelter itself, and we're located at 210 Craft Street. And our phone number, if you'd like to call for more information, is 552-5350. We are having a few telephone issues still since the flood. If you don't get us at that number, you can use 553-8494. This is our main intake area. This office here is where our guests are greeted, and we get the information on them and find out a little bit more about what they're in need of besides just the lodging, and we get them situated. This is where it all starts.
This is one of our 4 family rooms. We have the capacity in our shelter for 66 people total, and we can fit up to 6 people each in our family rooms. So we have capacity of 4 family rooms, and also 24 men in our men's shelter, and which we'll see in a minute, and 18 in our women's shelter. This is one of our men's dormitories. It houses 6. They have their own bed, their own lockers. And they're here primarily during the evening. We have several of these rooms that can house up to 24 men. Our quilts are homemade by some folks that make them for us, so we're real proud of those. They each have their own homemade quilt. I don't even have a homemade quilt. This is one of the 2 lounges. There's one in the men's dormitory and one in the women's dormitory. And so we have beautiful new furniture and a TV so that they can have a place to relax in.
This is our combination dining room and chapel. Right now, we are using this room, have been for a little over a year, I believe it is. Been using this room on Sunday mornings for our morning worship service. This very well laid out dining area, and in a moment you're going to see the beautiful kitchen as well.
We're having spaghetti and green beans for dinner tonight. Yeah, this is our first night of opening back up after the flood, so hopefully everyone enjoys.
We have a great kitchen here at the Salvation Army Shelter. All the latest industrial equipment. Everything that was damaged has been replaced. We're waiting on our oven. It was damaged. We do have use of the stove, so just for a few more days, and it should be here soon. We'll be praising the Lord when it comes. But we have such a great cook. She can cook just about anything on top of the